We are coming to you live from $1 Million Studios. Your boys, Chris Speez,
a.k.a. the White Peacock.
And the benchmark of professional wrestling, Mr. Silky Baines.
That would make me the Black Panther.
Speez and the Benchmark Show on a Monday night, December 3rd, 2018. Thank you so much for being with us. Everybody joining us here on Periscope and over on the YouTubes. We welcome you tonight. We hope you will consider subscribing to the program and keep those super hearts coming over there on Periscope.
Yep.
And if you would like to contribute to the cause, of course, you can do so at tinyurl.com/sbtipjar. Share. Get this out on Twitter. Get it out with all your Periscope people.
Looks like you got some supporters.
I got some supporters. That's good. Hopefully they're supporting the toy drive because that's what we got going on here tonight. We're going to talk about that a little bit.
More supporting the whole you and the hate of the Lucha House rules.
Oh, you know what? I'm in such a great mood about the toy drive today that even that can't get me down.
Are
Not
you sure?
gonna happen.
He lost a 3-on-1 match.
It's 3-on-1. You know, what do you expect? What's going on, JPQ? Glad to have you with us, sir. And, of course, if you want to get in on the conversation tonight, you can do so on the phone lines. 832-937-4559 is the number.
That's 832-93-SILGAY. We should change that number to, you know, Revival's never going to win a match.
832-93-LUCHA.
Yeah.
That's what we ought to call it because those fuckers seem to be winning everything, but so it goes. Anyway. Silky Baines.
Oh, I'm going to get you upset about this.
Well, it's not going to happen. You know why it's not going to happen?
Why?
I'm going to tell you why it's not going to happen. Because we got too much good going on around these parts. Starting with the Speez and the Benchmark Toy Drive. There it is, folks. In case you are joining us for the first time since we brought this up on Thursday, the first annual, it will be annual, Speez and the Benchmark Toy Drive, benefiting the Fort Bend County Women's Center. You can donate those new unwrapped gifts until December the 14th. Where they got to go, Silky?
They got to go to tinyurl.com/SBToyDrive2018.
And that's going to take them to our Amazon wish list.
Yes, where he has stuff like fucking abacuses or abaci.
That would be abaci, yes, indeed.
My bad. And
which somebody already bought for us, by the way.
They only bought it because I made it a big thing. See,
and
I'm helping you out.
All the details scrolling down below there, folks.
Boom, we got a ticker.
First ever Speez and the Benchmark Toy Drive. And look, we already got stuff pouring in. Now, here's the way we're going to do it, folks. We set a goal to get to 60 toys. We got about 6,000 followers combined between Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. So we said, okay, 1% participation. Yeah. Don't fucking tell me we can't get 1% participation. We might as well close the doors in this place, all right? But we're not going to do that because we are going to get 1% participation. It's going to be amazing. And we're already almost 30% of the way there. Good 18 to 20 toys. Donate, fuckers. That's what Get the Table says.
Donate,
exactly.
fuckers.
Look, we already got stuff coming in. Now, we're going to give individual shout-outs starting on Thursday. But the lady that runs the mailbox at my office didn't go to the mailbox today. I got some of the toys delivered, but not all of the toys delivered. But look at what we got already. Look at this. Come on, look. We got Fortnite. The kids love Fortnite. All right, we got two, not one, but two Monopoly Fortnite games. If you find Monopoly Fortnite, scoop that up because these things are flying off the shelves and the kids love them. What else we got, Silky? We got all kinds of stuff.
We got balls.
Damn right, we got balls. Look at it. We got soccer balls. We got footballs.
And of course, mine is bigger.
Go figure. Jesus, sorry. We got balls. And check this out.
What's
this one came earlier today. Here. You do it. Look at that. For the youngins. All right, there you go. See, stuff like this for the little ones. We're even taking care of the little ones. It's all stuff like that, folks. Anything you can donate, we'll take it. Brand new unwrapped toys. Again, tinyurl.com/SBToyDrive2018. Our goal is to get to 60 toys. If we get to 100, I have to do some bullshit hand gesture thing
no,
the wrestling kids
60.
are doing.
It was 60.
It was not 60.
It was 60.
60 was the goal. 100, I have to start doing goofy shit.
Too sweet.
Yeah,
in the Bullet Club shirt with the Bullet Club music playing in the background.
Bigger and darker, says Chris Rocker, talking about
chocolate silky balls.
Your balls, because that's yours were. No, they are not Lucha balls, Bobaruski. Thank you very much. Ayo, an NoFX fan. Holy snap, haven't seen one of those in forever. Yeah, and that's Jeffrey Cross coming through there on the little whatever the fuck that thing is.
Xylophone.
See? That's what it is. I know what an abacus is.
Yeah, I know what an abacus is. And I know how old you have to be to actually use that motherfucker. And I know
folks,
you did.
Today on the program.
That's how Speez learned how to count.
Or today, today on the Twitter page, I asked you guys to start tagging some guys that have tons of followers and so on. Got to send a shout out to one of our favorites, Jim Cornette. And another guy that we had the good fortune to meet when we went to the Ring of Honor show in San Antonio last year, Shane Hurricane Helms. Both of those guys sharing the word on the toy drive. So look, folks, get this stuff out there, man. Are we just doing a random dance?
No,
break?
someone requested it. So
we gotta do. Are we just taking requests on dance breaks now, just for the hell of it?
Well, because we got gifts. Toys and shit.
I thought we had more toys that came in right now. Like somebody said, hey, I just bought toys. And so that way we did a dance break.
Oh, no, we just did it because I wanted to do it.
Okay,
and it's funny watching you, have a seizure set to music.
I come strong. Don't act like I don't.
That's what you...
It was Jody Mania asking for the dance break.
Of course.
Props to you. Oh, Jeffrey Cross bought the Hungry Hungry Hippo that's on its way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... I think it was Bob Baruski that bought the xylophone. Maybe I don't know. I lose track. I got it all written down. Hold on. Who is it? No, it was Big Paws. It was JPQ that bought that. That's who it was.
Big Paws.
So my apologies for that, JPQ. We'll start
put
giving the
them
shouts
paws
out.
On you?
We're gonna start giving the shouts out on Thursday, and as we said, gonna pay the extra workers. The workers a little extra overtime to come in and redecorate $1 Million Studios. And guys. Okay, so we got all kinds of shit coming in. Get the tables talking about it right now. He sent in a scooter. We got a scooter coming in.
Why can't I ride it? Oh,
iTunes
when he does
gift
it, it's
cards
all
coming
good.
in. What are you talking about? What?
You rode fucking bikes that you were donating, and that was all good. But the
floss dance. Well,
Yeah.
Raven's blood. I'm not under the age of 12 anymore, so
Yeah.
it's not embedded
he's
into my
significantly
DNA.
over 12.
Listen, you keep talking this shit. I'm like 3 years older than Silky. Tops.
No, about 4 or 5. How old are you?
I'm 42.
Yeah, year 6.
You're 30. You're not 36.
I am.
I want to see the ID. Oh, Obama, your ass. I want to see that. Okay. Now show me the real one.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the gimmick one that says Silky.
832-937-4559.
And as a matter of fact, we are in countdown. 19 days until I turn 37.
You're about to become 37. I was gonna say, yeah.
Boom, 19 days. Send gifts.
No, Silky, we're trying to get people to send gifts for the toy drive, and you want gifts for your birthday. Fucking priorities, guy. There's a reason you got the naughty hat on and not the fucking nice hat. Because you're taking shit away.
I bet you if I was
drive.
white, you'd be saying, yes, send the gifts to Silky too.
Again, I ask, as I always do.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Doesn't make any sense at all. So, no, Silky is 30, you're 62, says
Bam.
the FX fan. Well,
Word. I mean, look at you got the gray in the beard.
That's because the wife likes the gray in the beard. See
Does
now,
she really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
she's like, I dig this. I dig the salt and pepper thing. I'm like, all right, fine. Yeah, that's fine.
That's what she tells you because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings.
No, because I told her I would go just for men on it, and go ahead and
touch a gray ass.
No. Although Jody
actually,
does say,
there is video, and I will look for it. I have to call Hambone, and there's video
of you riding a scooter.
It's like a little mini scooter, like it looks like a motorcycle. But it's almost like, the elephant on a fucking, it's made for his fucking kid.
He said it, not me. I didn't say it.
But it's pretty funny. I got to get that video and I'll send it to you so if we could put it up on the show. So
see what you got. Now we got Chris Rucker throwing black fists in there. I feel you, Silky. Yeah, exactly.
Bam.
What the fuck are we talking about here?
Wakanda forever.
832-937-4559. So we teased it on the Twitters before we went on live tonight. I want to show you a picture that started circulating around the interwebs yesterday. This is from the Jacksonville Jaguars owner's suite. And you might recognize those two folks, that of course being Cody Rhodes and his lovely wife Brandy, sitting in the owner's suite of Shahid Khan, who is the multi-millionaire owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, also rumored to be the man who will potentially fund All Elite Wrestling, the wrestling promotion that we keep hearing about that allegedly Cody and the Young Bucks, Chris Jericho, JR, and folks like that are going to be involved with. Now, on top of that, we also got news that Ring of Honor had signed a couple of new folks. We had PCO that signed, who is 50.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was 50 years old.
Yeah.
That guy's getting up there, man. Big time. He's older than me. He's way older than me.
Yeah, he is. But He's been working for a long time.
He's still out there kicking ass, that's for sure. And Brody King as well. So
Brody King, nice.
We're starting to see some signings happening with Ring of Honor. We're starting to see some jumbling around. We see more and more evidence that this All Elite Wrestling might be forthcoming. Here's my question to you, Silky, and to the folks in the chat room as well. Assuming that All Elite Wrestling does happen, and Cody and the Young Bucks in particular, I'm thinking of those guys in particular because those were the ones behind All In. If they do go to All Elite Wrestling and are no longer a part of Ring of Honor, are there enough guys out there for Ring of Honor to fill those holes? Because that's some pretty big holes. Now, granted, those guys aren't full-time Ring of Honor guys.
Yeah, I mean, they're really not losing much. I mean, they're losing their talent, but you know, they use the Young Bucks more than any of the other crew. But I mean, you're sparingly using Cody, and even more sparingly using like Omega and Skrull.
Well, Omega, Skrull, those guys. You know.
So it's really only the Bucks, and they've got enough tag teams to where they can, you know, they'll be all right if they all decide to leave and go work exclusively for All Elite Wrestling.
So you think even though, for instance, with the pay-per-view coming up shortly with Ring of Honor, you've got Cody in the main event taking on Jay Lethal. You've got the triple threat tag team match featuring the Young Bucks. So you think they got enough talent there for people to just slide into those holes, and even if they do go away, which is starting to look more and more likely that it's going to happen, I think they're going to be okay one way or another.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Because you pull the Young Bucks out of that, tag team match. I mean, it's still the Briscoes versus SCU, and that's still a great match. You pull Cody out, there is a number of people that you can put. You can put Silas Young there in that spot. You can put Bully Ray in that spot. Like,
Silas Young and Bully Ray, a couple guys that are getting up there in age. See, I'm thinking, and I was thinking.
I mean, age has nothing. Obviously, age has nothing to do with it. They just signed fucking PCO.
No, that's my point, though. I'm thinking long term. You know, long term, you got to figure that Cody and the Bucks got a long time ahead of them, and we've seen this. The reason I bring this up is because we've seen this happen before in places like NXT where they don't prepare for the next generation of people. And we talk about it in the women's division, for instance. When they called everybody up in the women's division, there wasn't really anybody there to kind of step up and take the reins.
But, I mean, you're talking, that's apples and fucking oranges.
Not necessarily.
No, it's 100% because there is plenty of talent there. They may not have the name value, but they have the work rate and to fill in where...
Yeah, but work rate doesn't sell tickets.
Work rate does sell tickets in Ring of Honor. You go to Ring of Honor to watch good matches. Generally, yeah. Okay. I mean, going back to before Daniel Bryan was named, before fucking AJ Styles, before CM Punk, before they were household names, they were drawing for Ring of Honor because people love to see them wrestle. And they were good at what they do. So Ring of Honor is not an entertainment company. It's a wrestling company. Therefore, long as they have the wrestling talent to fill in those gaps, which they do, they'll be fine without Cody and the Bucks. They got along for fucking years before Cody and the Bucks got into the picture.
Oh, no,
Let's not over-romanticize the impact of them with Ring of Honor.
Well, no, it's been pretty big.
Huh?
I'd say it's been pretty big.
No, I'd say it's been okay, but, I mean, it's not... Like, Ring of Honor was a thing before they got there. It was not. Let's not act like
totally agree.
Ring of Honor was nothing, and then Bucks and Cody got involved, and then all of a sudden it was something. No, Ring of Honor made themselves way before Cody and the Bucks got involved.
That's true. That's true. It'd just be interesting to see if anytime you take that kind of top-level talent out of a promotion, it's not a good thing. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a death nail in the coffin either. Yeah. So, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. So Mark this says Marty and Paige are huge parts of Ring of Honor. So is Cody. Yeah, we talked about Cody being in the main event.
I mean, Cody's in the main event for this, but, I mean, he doesn't generally work all of the shows.
Yeah. And it could be a thing like several people have mentioned in the chat room as well, where they agree to share talent, where you could still see those guys coming back through Ring of Honor, still going over to New Japan, and still going to All Elite Wrestling as well. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Let's get over to tonight's Monday Night Raw because it was another exciting Monday Night Raw, let me tell you.
Why are you just stopped talking?
I just was letting my statement that it was another exciting Monday Night Raw just sit there and fester for a minute.
Was it really? It was not.
It was not really that
It was
exciting.
so bad. It was so bad. Like, it wasn't as bad as last week. But,
no, it was not. And
but smartest kid, you know. That's
yeah,
what I
okay,
always
yeah,
say.
yeah.
I'm not going to say it on air
Good for
because
you for
we're sponsored
self-censoring
now, so
yourself. Yeah, very good. Nicely
I don't
done.
want to lose. I don't want these bills need to get paid.
Yes, indeed.
Speaking of paying the bills.
Oh, have you gotten your heel turn imminent T-shirt yet from the Speeds and the Benchmark show? Nicely done, Silky. That's a segue, is what we call that in the business.
Segue.
Warning:
Now,
heel turn intimate. Speeds and the Benchmark show. Bargain
imminent.
price $20. $20. That's it. Hit us up on the Twitters at Speeds Benchmark. You get one of these fabulous shirts. We're gonna get a couple folks that got them out there. They're on their way.
Boom.
Mac Diesel's got his on his way. Juanito's got his on his way. They're getting out of here quickly, so they're just flying off the shelves. So get yourself one while you can. $20.
So let me ask you a question.
Hit us up at Speeds Benchmark on Twitter. Yes, sir.
Now, it's okay for us to shill our shit that we both share in the profits for, right? But if I ask for
I wasn't
birthday
gonna shill it, but since you went on ahead and
well,
shilled it,
you did not stop.
I didn't want to. Well, I wasn't gonna throw you under the bus like you like to do to me on occasion.
You fucking threw me
Which
under the
is
bus. You
what
just
the
threw me under the
whole
bus
shirt
when I said
is
send
based on.
presents. You literally just did that.
Well, that's not throwing you under the bus. That's pointing out an obvious, obvious
You are the worst.
shittiness on your part.
You are the worst.
You think Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are the two rumored WWE stars who have a verbal agreement with Cody? I don't buy into rumors of people having deals. I wait till deals happen. This happens in sports all the time.
Yeah.
I don't buy that shit either.
I mean, I wouldn't. I would say they should. I mean, because
they'd certainly be two guys that would be obvious picks to go over there.
I think that they're not getting utilized. I mean, they had their. I know wrestling goes in a cycle, so they're not going to be on top all the time. But I mean, they're a step above the Revival. I don't know what's worse, to not be on the show ever, or to be on the show and fucking lose to the Lucha House Party.
Exactly. See, Bob Ruski says you throw him under the bus all the time.
He's talking
about
you.
He's talking about you throwing me under the bus all the time. That's chicken
Bob
shit,
Ruski.
Silky. I don't like it.
You talking about Speez or Silky? I'm
Drew
pretty
and
sure you're
Dean
talking about
were
Speez.
highlights. It's the same story with the Authority. Yeah, it was a lot of the same stuff that we've seen a lot. So Raw's about as great as a toothache. Okay. GMP break changes the rules equals bad. Lucha House Party changes the rule equals good. What the fuck? See, Take the Bump has been saying on the Twitters, and you kind of mentioned something similar earlier tonight. We might as well get this nonsense out of the way now. Lucha House Party got to be fucking heels.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
They got to be the heels.
It makes no sense
because they're
whatsoever.
constantly changing the rules to purposely help one team out. Who does that shit? Fucking heels do that.
That is true. I mean, it's just... See, I'm talking about Speez, of course.
He knows you have a fragile ego, so he doesn't want to talk shit about you. See, I can't talk shit about Silky because
there's nothing to talk shit about because I'm fucking great.
Fragile ego. Did you guys see the tweets between the Young Bucks and the Revival? Now, that was something interesting as well. You saw those tweets, yes?
No. What?
I have some on my Dr. Pepper.
Professional show here, people.
Well, I try to get you to keep up with shit so I don't have to carry the whole fucking thing. I can take 5 seconds, take a drink of my drink. That's not me throwing you under the bus. That was me just talking about my
exposition.
So, not too long after the Revival dumped to the fucking Lucha House Party again with that fucking horse shit, absolute disgusting display of ass clownery that is the fucking Lucha House Party pinata toting fucking turd bags. That bunch of horse shit. You know what it was? You know what it was?
It's a goddamn abortion and a disgrace.
It is a goddamn abortion and a disgrace.
He's a goddamn fucking idiot.
That's right. Whoever's booking that shit is a goddamn fucking idiot. That's right.
And I was trying to get, because, Dr. Huge, did you do the...
Oh, Dr. Huge, good to have you with us, sir. Good to have you with us.
All right, so now back to your tirade.
Right after the Revival dumped yet again to the Lucha House Party, with this Lucha House rules make no fucking sense. Apparently, guys can just run in the ring and just start attacking people for no fucking reason whatsoever and not get disqualified because it's Lucha House rules. Which basically means let the Luchas go flippy flip 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 all over flipping all over the fucking place. And it's fine as long as they win. So anyway, once that bunch of horse shit was over with, Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks tweeted out, "One day we will fight the Revival and everyone will rejoice." And then not too long after that, Scott Dawson tweeted, "One day we will fight the Young Bucks and everyone will rejoice." And everybody kind of, I actually got a tweet from somebody, from Sean O'Brien, who was with us on the program before, saying, you think the Revival are going to get in some trouble for that one? For talking about how one day we're going to fight the Young
Maybe
Bucks?
they're the two superstars. Well, no, because it says superstars.
I see what you did there. That's so funny. We love it when you're here. Oh, Sucky, that's just great. Thank you so much.
The moment's passed.
Where's my fucking shut up, damn it? Shut up. There it is.
The moment's passed for that.
It never shut up.
Good stuff. They're a step above the mixed cools.
Dr. Huge doesn't think I like Lucha House Party.
He does. He loves the Lucha House Party. He's been to a few Lucha House parties.
Yeah.
Back in
Revival
his
is
old
one
days.
step. Okay, here we go. Here's the fucking troll job. Out they come right now. Just come on back, you bunch of fucking turds. Here it is. The Revival is one step away from being the Spirit Squad.
No, Spirit Squad were tag team champions.
Yeah, there you go. Revival 2-time NXT champions. So
No,
suck
like,
it, Spirit
main
Squad.
roster.
It doesn't matter.
They beat Ric Flair and Batista. I
Yeah,
think.
well, there was no fucking NXT tag championships for them to win at the time because they probably would have won that if it was.
Yeah, so one for Spirit Squad and the Flippy Men.
And 2 for the
cheerleader.
Revival because they're
And
2-time
0.
NXT champions.
I think
so.
that they were 2-time champions as well. And, actual main roster tag team champions.
I think you're remembering
Been on
incorrectly.
pay-per-views.
I think you're remembering incorrectly, but that
Where am I?
that happens quite
Let's
often.
You failed, and that
let's
makes
go.
you a failure.
Not like the Revival 2-time NXT champions, that's for sure. But anyway, it is getting kind of
We're gonna
ridiculous.
check
You
this
have
out.
to admit, even as much as we like to troll Speez for liking the Revival and actually rooting for somebody, unlike some people who watch wrestling and just, don't
What?
really give a shit, whatever,
What are you talking about?
it is getting ridiculous.
What the fuck are you talking about? So they were tag team champions. Boom.
Yeah, how many times?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, just the one time. So Silky failed again, as
You
we said.
failed, and that
They-
makes you a failure.
See, Samoa Joe knows what's going on.
Fat bastard, you call him Sloppy Joe.
Sorry, Sloppy Joe knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Just give it up, Silky. You're on your phone, and we're trying to do a program here. 832-937-4559. Don't forget all the details.
832-93 Silky.
832-93 Silky. All the details for the toy drive
No,
scrolling down below.
Babaruski, I believe you're wrong. It was the first reign that was forgettable. So really, it's only one.
Nothing's forgettable from the top guys.
Oh yeah, it was only one
Fabulous
good
matches
reign.
all the
Okay,
time.
name one person they defended the titles against the first run. Who did they beat for the championship?
Lucha Dragons.
And name one team and don't
I
say
think it was the Lucha Dragons. I don't know.
see, and name one team and don't say fucking Lucha Dragons. Name one team they wrestled on a takeover. Name the takeover. Name any takeover they were on.
Vaudevillains.
You're just guessing. You don't even fucking know.
I know it was the Vaudevillains. I remember that match. It was excellent.
Okay, what was the finish?
Spirit Squad won tag titles on main roster, not NXT development. Yeah, that's what we
Boom.
were saying. That's what we were saying.
Yeah, so
Um,
1 for me, 0 for you.
2-time NXT champs. I don't even remember the second reign. Well, Babaruski, you missed out, buddy,
It
because it was there.
No, the second reign was pretty good. I mean, they had like people like Ciampa and Gargano, AOP, American Alpha.
Yep.
They had teams like that carrying them, but
Oh, get the fuck out of here, dude.
I mean,
you
hey,
just,
You make a jack off of yourself.
you absolutely do when you say stupid shit like that.
but hey, I mean, if you're booked right, I guess if you get a good enough people to carry you, you can have a great
Carry
fucking
it.
tire.
That's
reign.
right. Yeah.
I mean, look at what's happened now that they don't have these people to wrestle and carry them through great matches. They lose to the fucking Lucha House Party and
Carrying.
Penelope the fucking Pinata.
Hello to all you over on the YouTube. Sorry for being remiss and not acknowledging you earlier. Thank you, Juanito. The toy drive. Speez will have a seizure to music, but won't do sweet. That's pretty fun. That's not a seizure, Juanito. Come on, man. That's not very nice.
Yes.
Thank you, Brooke. We like the Santa hats as well. And JPQ, Flip. We'll have a long, lengthy title run, hopefully, on All Elite or Ring of Honor, wherever he ends up. Why, for some reason, I remember Dawson and Bliss flirting in NXT. Could be. But Bliss is taken now.
Yeah.
So,
But she was taken back then.
have they been together for a while? Her
Yeah.
and
Since they were both in NXT, yeah.
oh, right on. Well, there you go. Anything else of note on Raw? Let's get to a couple of things. First of all, I kind of dug the Dean Ambrose entrance. That was really fucking cool until he came out with the gas mask too. I thought that was kind of weird. Like the guys coming out with the gas masks and siren going and
it wouldn't
everything.
make sense if he didn't, because if they're wearing, why would he, as the orchestrator of this, send all his underlings in gas masks and then he come out with no gas mask?
Because it looks cool.
No, it doesn't.
It
It makes no fucking sense.
It looks cool.
That's silly.
Our
as
boy
saying-
Alistair here in Houston wears the gas mask to the ring, and it looks cool.
But he takes it off to fucking wrestle.
Yeah. Well, Dean took his off too.
Yeah, but he wears it out. You're saying that your literal argument was it would be great if he didn't. Anyway.
See, I know what my argument was. You're trying to poke holes in my argument. There are no holes to be had.
There are some holes to be had. It make no sense for him not to. And I was thinking Bobrovsky more of Bane than
Yeah, it did
Mad
kind of look
Max.
like Bane. Yeah. Any hope Joe chokes out Brian for the title?
No.
Yeah, Joe doesn't get wins
Joe has-
anywhere.
That fat bastard, you call him Sloppy Joe.
We didn't even call him Samoa Joe. We just said Joe. There's no way that I don't think Joe wins.
I mean, I believe that those two, him and the Revival, are on that list of, hell freezing over before
They get a meaningful win.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Which is unfortunate, but that's apparently the way that it goes. So we've got folks talking about Drew turning on Dolph Ziggler. We had the Drew McIntyre-Dolph Ziggler match, and you mentioned, like for you to expound on this for the audience here, finally, people have been clamoring for Finn Balor to start getting a push and to start looking strong on some TV shows. Not one, not two, but 3 segments with Finn Balor
technically
tonight.
4.
Technically 4 if you include the match as well.
No, 4 if you include the beatdown he got at the end of the show.
That's true. And so Finn Balor,
So then it all went to shit.
despite that, up to that point, he was on 4 separate segments and actually got to look somewhat decent for a change.
He actually did. He came out, did the little dropkick thing, cost Drew the match. Then he came out and, I guess he does have beef with Lashley, but he came out and fed Leo Rush to Elias to get hit with the guitar. So that was a good look. And then he won his match with Jinder. So, it was looking great. And then I guess they figured, you know what? Too much. And then they had Drew beat him down again. But maybe it's a thing to bring back the Demon.
Could be, because we are going to get Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre
at
TLC 1 week from Sunday.
Yes.
But yeah, Finn Balor for a change. For all the talk of Finn Balor getting buried and all this other kind of stuff, I guess he comes and goes, but they just keep putting him in these feuds with guys that, to me, he just doesn't look that good with. Like the Baron Corbin matches were, they were okay.
They were, the first couple were good. They were really good matches, but that runs its course. Yeah. And it's just like the Lucha, and I'm not bringing this up to fuck with you, but this is the 3rd fucking week in a row we've seen.
Just beating the dead horse.
Yeah, it's just done. Like, make the Revival smarter or don't go to the match, because at some point, you got to think, you're stupid for walking into a fight. If I walk into a bar and 3 guys beat my ass, and then the next week I walk into the bar and those 3 guys beat my ass, I'd be fucking stupid for a 3rd time to go into that same bar knowing those same 3 guys are going to beat my ass. It's fucking dumb. Like, either get someone to come out with them or just say, fuck it. They're heels, so there's no shame for them to just
turn around and walk back to the back and
you
say,
know what?
Fuck you guys, we ain't doing this shit again. Yeah.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Totally agree. And the thing about it, going back to Finn Balor again, we had the feud with Baron Corbin. Now, he's got the match coming up with Drew McIntyre. I'd like to see Finn Balor with some smaller, more athletic guys where you can start seeing some of the athleticism that he can bring to the table.
Well, no, I'm going to stop you right there and say that I don't think that's a good look for him, because what people want and what the fans are wanting is him to get back somewhere close to where he was before the injury, near that title picture. And you don't get there by wrestling small fuckers that fly around. Basically,
I'm not saying small fuckers.
Well, you say you want more smaller, more athletic guys. So basically, you want them on fucking 205 Live.
No, Seth Rollins is a smaller, more athletic guy. What's wrong with him fighting Seth Rollins?
Well, he's done that, and we've seen that. again, that's the problem when you segregate the shows like this, separate but equal, is the fact that there becomes no iteration of talent that hasn't been seen.
No, I agree.
I mean, the reason why I liked the Drew Dolph match was because it was a match I've actually not seen ever.
See, those are the kind of guys that I'm talking about.
Legit is only probably the only match from the night that was like not seen before.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. There are guys that I feel like, just from an entertainment standpoint, and this is simply for me as a fan, watching as a fan, guys like Dolph Ziggler. Finn and Dolph Ziggler could have great matches. Finn and Seth Rollins could have great matches.
But they have.
Finn and Dean Ambrose could have great matches. I mean, I guess having seen him with Corbin as long as we have, I kind of miss seeing him against guys that, again, are a little more like his style of wrestling. And that's not to say, I think Drew McIntyre is going to give him a much better match than Baron Corbin was, as you were saying earlier. I
think that he needs to be wrestling guys like Drew McIntyre because, one, he takes a hell of a beating. Like, he draws the fans in.
He certainly does.
And stuff when he's getting heat put on him.
Definitely give you that, yeah.
And then he makes that fiery comeback. The crowd erupts. So he needs that. So he needs people like Drew to face. But the question is, okay, we go through this. Win, lose, or draw. Who's next? I mean, they don't have anybody on that level because, I mean, all the guys that are bigger that style-wise would be great aren't being pushed like that. So, like Jinder style-wise and size would be a great test and great way for Finn to look, if you made it more competitive.
Right.
Take out the stupid fucking Singh brothers and doing their shit. And just have Jinder versus Finn, it would be a good match, and it would get Finn over. You make him serious, not this stupid halfway serious Shanti bullshit. Make him just serious.
Send him back to the guy that he was when he was a champ.
Yeah, just well, no, not necessarily, because that was kind of the whole anti-American. Blah, blah, blah.
Not gimmick-wise. I'm talking about the way that he fights in that regard. He's not stopping in the middle of the match doing his,
Yeah,
bullshit.
just basically make him a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Like, he is big, he's tall, he's cut. Like, he looks believable. Make him a beast and then put Finn Balor against him, and I guarantee you that will make money.
How many times do we say that about people in WWE though? Just make this guy a beast, make this guy, and it just seems like they don't do it. Ravens Blood says Leo Rush versus Finn Balor would be great.
I mean, it would be good. I mean, but that's more of the
that's more of the 205 Live.
Yeah,
kind
205
of
Live shit, and which not. I think for Finn, I mean, and don't get me wrong, you can definitely make an argument that maybe going 205 Live would be a good move for his career. Maybe reinvigorate it. But if you want, it's one of those things, once you go there there is no coming back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I don't see him going to 205 Live, doing great, and then going back and deciding to compete for heavyweight. Yeah. That's a move you're pretty much making, and that's it.
You're locked in at that point. I agree with you there. So we also had more Ronda Rousey tonight on the program.
Rock.
So
my favorite wrestler, as per our talk.
That's right. Yeah, you did.
Still hasn't lost though.
Ronda Rousey.
Where them losses at?
Give me Big Daddy Lars versus Finn. Yeah, it's be interesting to see what they do with Lars Sullivan. Maybe we'll get to that in a few here. But let's talk Ronda Rousey for a minute. So she came out at the beginning of the program, supposedly to have a tag team match, her and Natalya to take on Tamina and Nia Jax, only to see the Riot Squad come out, start causing shenanigans, and they get jumped. Natty gets put through a table, and Ronda is left without a partner.
The funniest part about that was the horrible acting in the back when she's walking her back and like, why are you helping? Like, the bitch legs work. Her fucking arm was hurt.
That's right.
And she's all like trying to lift her up to sit on the crate and stuff. And then it gets worse because some guy I guess supposed to be the doctor goes like, hey, Natty, what's wrong? Like, you don't see this motherfucker holding her arm like, and he's like, where does it hurt? Like, first of all, I want to check your medical license.
Yeah.
If you're asking me that, I don't believe you're a doctor. Get the fuck out of my face.
I don't believe you. Yeah,
but
exactly.
I mean, that was pretty awful. Like the skit after. I mean, the little fight with the table spot kind of saved the beginning from being completely stupid. I mean, it was still pretty dumb, but it saved it. There was action and stuff, and then the whole Ron just
Okay, so essentially,
she's
for those
done
of you,
fucking movies.
For those
I
of
don't
you that
understand.
didn't watch.
I don't understand. She's done
Natalya
movies
gets
before.
knocked out of action. She goes back. Ronda goes backstage, finds out Natalya can't fight. She's got to find a new partner. Ronda gets up in Alexa Bliss's face. Blah blah blah. Angry Ronda face. And Alexa says, "Find yourself a new partner." She picks Ember Moon, and there's your main event of the night: Ronda Rousey, Ember Moon taking on Tamina and
It was so
Nia
bad.
Jax. Now, look, man, I've been tooting this horn since she came into WWE, and I caught a lot of shit for a long time. Well, she's brand new and she's taking the wrestling faster than anybody but Kurt Angle and blah 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 blah.
I mean, she's still. I mean, there is.
She's
admittedly,
bad.
Admittedly,
She's
this was
bad.
not a good performance.
Ronda Rousey tonight was bad, kids.
Yes,
It
I
was
will agree
not
with you.
Good. at
It
all.
was not good, but you know, her match with Bliss, like not the squash match where she won the title in like 4 minutes,
Yes.
but the next month, the pay-per-view, good match. Her and Nikki Bella at Evolution, that was a good match.
Her first match with Nia Jax was a good match.
Good match. The WrestleMania, good match. So I mean, if you see, granted, it's like the revival theory I was just talking. She's got these people that are way ahead of her that are helping to some extent carry her. Well, most extent, let's be real, they're carrying her to these great matches or good matches, and even Charlotte at Survivor Series. I mean, there are people literally talking about that could be match of the year, and I'm like, well, I mean, it was good, but I mean, it's match of the year only if you went in with like expectations of it being shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and look, no effects fan, I'm with you. She sells tickets, that's for sure. And Chris Rucker says he loves Bliss in the new role, and I like it too. Hey, look,
I'm not a big fan.
I
of
never
that.
really hated Bliss in the ring like a lot of people did.
No, she was good.
I didn't
in the
really
ring.
understand.
She was a great
it.
heel.
And I was sitting there with the lovely and talented Miss Jennifer today.
Yeah.
She was doing some grading in the background, and she looked up because she heard Alexa Bliss talking, and she said, "You know what? She's one of the few that doesn't just grate on me. Like when she gets on the mic, her voice doesn't bother me. She's got a great sassy little attitude. She's just sassy, and it works." And I couldn't agree more. I think she works out great.
I just don't agree with like workers that now, and I could be wrong. Like maybe the injury is more serious, and that's why they're giving her this role.
Shout out to you, Peck and Rod. Glad to have you with us. Thanks for inviting your followers, and please, all of you who are joining us now,
Yes,
please invite your followers as well.
But I get that, but I just don't like it because these people need to be competitive. How do you go to being a competitive person? You know, whenever this storyline runs
Well, and
out, and like
that's been a lot of the speculation is that maybe the injuries that she's had with the concussions and such could be, bad enough to where this might be the role for her going forward. She might end up being in this kind of role. I would hate to see that because, again, I didn't fall off the Alexa bandwagon. I thought she was good. I really enjoyed her.
I mean, I would hate to see it just because even whether you're a fan or not, you hate to see someone lose.
Oh, totally
something.
agree. Totally agree.
It's your job. It's her job to make you not like her. So if you really just don't like her, that means she's doing what she's supposed to do, and she's losing an opportunity at doing what she loves to do.
That's
and
right.
That like Corey Graves. I mean, I'm not a fan of Corey Graves, but I hate the fact that he's on announcing only because of the concussion issue, which forced him to stop wrestling. I hate him as an announcer.
Yeah.
I hate his fucking guts as an announcer. It comes off so fake.
Oh, I love him. I think he's great.
I mean, it just comes off so fake, like there's a difference when you're cheering for the heel and stuff and just blindly, just because a bad guy said something, you're going with it. Like, all the times he's trying to explain why it's fair for, like, for example, like tonight with Rude and Rubles, where it was like Rude and Drake Maverick by one-on-one, and then after AOP attacked, he's like, oh, I forgot to say that it's a handicap match, it's now. It's fucking stupid, right? It's not a... And then to have him go on there and just be like, well, he just forgot to say, there's other ways you can do it, and side with the heel without sounding like you're just stupid. Like, to me, that sounds stupid, does it not? And you people can tell me, does that not sound stupid? Like, obviously, this is a dirty thing to do. You don't. If he just forgot to announce, and he's done that several times.
No, I know, and that's his gimmick now.
And he's done it several times. Like, Corbin has done this several times, and he's said the same thing several times. He just forgot. If you're forgetting that much, he shouldn't be the fucking general manager, right?
It's totally the gimmick.
I know.
And,
I'm just like you hate Ronda Rousey, I fucking hate Corey Graves on announcing.
Alexa Bliss was a great chicken shit heel. I don't know why so many people thought she was bad.
She was
Couldn't
great.
agree more. She was absolutely perfect in that role. Tyler RPG over on the YouTube says she's the future female general manager of Raw. We shall see. Dave, have we mentioned the Revival? Did the Revival fight tonight?
Huh?
Revival?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we talk about that? I can't remember.
Yeah, we did.
Silky, yeah. Same Silky.
Great.
How is Corbin going to go back to being a wrestler after fucking with the whole locker room? Same thing with Corbin that you were saying about Alexa Bliss.
Oh, and Babaruski, to answer yours, no, Nigel has not gone on air and said, but I mean, everyone knows he retired because he caught Hep C.
Yeah.
And you cannot wrestle once you get that shit.
Yeah. Corey Graves bothers me when he's on Baron Corbin's side for everything, says Tyler RPG. He's got his moments. I mean, no, he doesn't. I enjoy him. I think he's funny.
There's really nothing redeemable.
I love the fact that he gets pissed off about this bullshit Lucha House Party rules like
now,
like
and
does.
See, that's another, like, that doesn't make sense. You would think that because if he's going like off Baron Corbin changing, forgetting to tell the whole match and stuff,
he
and
should
he
be
goes
supporting that.
Yeah, he should be supporting because this
That's
obviously came down from Baron Corbin, right?
Stupid.
Because I mean, that's what this kind of rules would have had to. Because they even said that he was like, they tried to play it off like it was brought to his attention. He was busy because he had I think it was that night he was running from Braun and all that, and he was like, he didn't really know what he agreed to, but he did agree. So just off the strength of that, you think Corey Graves would be like, this is a great thing because of the fact that our general manager elect, which is stupid, Baron Corbin said this is a great thing.
Yeah, you would think so.
How do you blindly follow him on some things but not others?
Yeah. Podcast DTF says Graves being the over-the-top heel pushing his narrative is fun as hell. I agree. And I love the name Podcast DTF, by the way, which is great. Graves constantly asking Renee asking him about Dean. You're waiting for her to say, it's fake, stupid. Listen, I think the whole thing with Dean Ambrose now being a heel and Graves constantly asking Renee Young about it. Okay, for her to get all self-righteous tonight and try to what goes on behind closed doors in a marriage is off limits. How dare you? Like, fucking stop. But
it was comically bad because I mean,
how the fuck are you not going to ask that question? You know?
Do you know or something? And that comes off. It makes her basically come off like, yeah. It sounds like, yeah, I know something, but I'm not going to tell you because my husband. It's like basically she's saying, you're asking me to testify against my husband. Yeah. I'm not going to fucking do that.
Right, exactly.
So, I mean, it was fucking stupid. Like, and she got all, I mean, it's one thing because I had to go back and watch it, like, because I'm not paying attention that much because it was so awful. But when I heard, like, how dare you? So I rewind and listen. I'm like, that escalated quick. That was not the proper response to what he asked. I mean, it'd be different if he was crass about it. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
like, I know you guys have pillow talk when you're laying in bed at night. Tell us something. You know, then that would warrant that response she did. Yeah. He was just like, do you know something or not?
Yeah.
She could have just said, I don't fucking know, or yeah, I know, but I can't really say anything. This is between me and my husband.
Yeah, you gotta think she's gonna go off on Corey one of these days. Like Babaruski says, he's waiting for her to slap the shit out of him. I don't know if it'll go that far, but
maybe it will. But the way she took it, you would have swore Corey Graves asked did she give him head or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So what trick did you do on Dean that got him like this? Maybe you're not holding out.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, that.
Oh, I just want Kurt Angle back, and I want Dean and Seth on the same team again. Well, got a ways to go on.
I like the Dean and Seth fighting with each other. I don't like this heel Dean though that they're doing.
Really, you're not feeling it?
I'm not really feeling it. Like it's just too over the top. It doesn't seem organic, like what I would imagine Dean is, because you know before when he was heel, you know, besides even doing the lunatic thing, he was just calm. He was calculated, you know. And this, like, the whole, like, doing the promo from the doctor's office because he's got to get vaccinated just to come here.
Dumb.
That was stupid. I mean, I like they doubled down on it. And so that's why they did the whole coming out with the gas mask.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was a nice touch to make the shit a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I think Dean Ambrose is better as that calculated, cold heel. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, doing this Mr. Magoo shit where it's like he's come here and then Seth comes and then you just see him walking in the back and then you have Titus dry snitching for no fucking reason.
Dry snitching.
Like it was, you saw that shit, right? Like,
no,
remember?
I just love the term dry snitching.
He did for no. He offered it up like if this was the Force 48, they didn't even offer that motherfucker a Coke or a cigarette or nothing. He's just like, hey. He over here. Like, who fucking does that? I was so mad. I was more mad about that. I was like, how the hell the black man just snitching like that? Like, for no reason. He has nothing to do with this.
You motherfuckers in Houston are dirty. I got to vaccinate myself. That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was. So,
and we should get that trending. Like, hashtag dry snitch.
Here you go. Dry
Titus
snitching
the
is
dry snitch.
Fantastic. Couple more minutes left on the show, folks. If you want to get in, 832-937-4559. Don't forget to check out
832-93 Silky.
832-93 Silky. Don't forget to check out the details of the toy drive tomorrow. Again, this is a huge deal for us, gang. We are super psyched about this, man. I couldn't tell you how happy I was to see how many toys came in right off the bat. And so if you guys can continue to spread the word
toys.
And send those toys in, man. We got a lot of people sharing. Need a lot of people buying. That's what we got to do. First 48, yeah, the nice first 48 reference. I feel you, Silky. Dean doesn't feel organic, and it feels very written for.
Exactly.
The delivery is good. I like
the delivery's not bad, but it's just not like the normal Dean Ambrose feel, and so it doesn't, like, there's a way he could have done it like this, but made that progression to then it would seem organic, but it just went from one end of the spectrum to the other. First he was cold and calculated.
Yeah. Now
he's just trying to do the whole cerebral, but you know, still keep that crazy stuff. That's why he's doing the whole, obviously we all have diseases and shit.
Yeah, well, and I like, again, that's one of the things that I look for. I look for the way that people deliver things, and to me, he seems very comfortable in his delivery. And you know,
there's moments.
I didn't particularly care for kind of goofy, funny Dean Ambrose back when he was, you know, a face, and you know, when he was the champ and so on and so forth. You know, kind of.
But it sold the narrative of him being the lunatic.
Yeah,
you know
a little bit, but it just got kind of hokey at times. But again, I totally agree with what you're saying. But from a delivery standpoint, I just feel like he seems more comfortable in this role. So you know, give it some time to grow. I think it'll get better. I really would have loved to be there in person, but a certain something is always fucking me. Oh, a certain job is always fucking me over, says Tyler RPG. Yeah, we didn't make it out tonight either. It was in our hometown here in Houston, but. We got a lot going on. That wasn't even a dry snitch. That was straight snitching.
Yeah. I mean, damn, at least could he got something out the deal? Like, who does that?
Dean's doing the best he can with it. I think he's doing well with it, to be honest with you. It doesn't bug me too much. We need more of those Jon Moxley type promos.
Exactly.
You don't I wasn't familiar. I know who Jon Moxley is. I didn't watch Jon Moxley because I didn't watch those bullshit promotions that he was involved with. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe he goes that route. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
So bad.
Did you like the Jon Moxley shit?
Oh, yeah.
That was with
CZW.
CZW. I don't watch fucking CZW.
I mean, it's not all hardcore blood and gut shit.
No, that's true.
His whole,
that's
like
true.
His title reign, like there's actually, and I can't remember the name, but you should be able to go out and on YouTube and find it. It's CZW. I think the history of. It may be Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley. It's like 3-part video. Each video is like 10 or 15 minutes, and it's like storying from when he got into CZW up until he won the title.
Yep.
Then after he won the title, like all his title defenses, and then everything leading up to him leaving for WWE on the third one. It's very good. Like it's clip form of his matches, and then they showed some of the promos he did to lead up to said matches, and then. You know, that once they get to the match, it's like highlight footage of it, but it's very interesting to watch, and that'll give you a good sense of what his work was there.
Well, and I think CZW has, and I base this on the fact that we've had some firsthand experience with Masada, who came through DZW down here, and Katie actually had the good fortune to referee one of his matches. And, you know, CZW has this reputation as just being these hardcore bullshit artists who can't really work. Obviously, Dean Ambrose can work. Fucking Masada can work, man.
Yeah.
Like, that guy can fucking work. And I'm not just talking about sticking fucking straws into people's forehead and beating the shit out of people with fucking light tubes and stuff like that. Like, he can work. He can go in a regular wrestling match.
I remember when I was wrestling for NWA Houston, I was their Outlaw Champion, which is basically hardcore title. And they thought that a thing I wanted to do in the match was too violent. And so they were like, they put the kibosh on it, which was, it wasn't even violent. Like, it was thumbtacks. But I had, for those who familiar with Nigel McGuinness, which was referenced earlier, he had an arm bar where basically it's a simple arm bar, but he rolls you to your stomach and he sits down on your back. So it looks like your arm's been at a weird angle. It looks like you're trying to pull his arm out of socket. And so I wanted to do that, but when I rolled him over, I was going to roll him stomach first onto thumbtacks and put the submission on.
Gotcha.
They were like, no, that's too violent.
All the shit that they do, they wouldn't let you do that?
They would not let me. All the shit, and this is the same match where, you know, my finger got broken. You know, we used tables, we used ladders,
light tube,
chairs,
chunks of light
all
tube
that
stuck in you.
No, that was a different match.
Oh, that was a
this
different
match was, we had tables, we had ladders, we had chairs. I mean, all this stuff. They said that was too violent. And then I dropped the title, and the very next month, the guy who beat me, Jacobs, wrestled Masada for the same title. And what do I see? Fucking skewers sticking out of Jacobs' head, him taking bumps. And I'm like, so that's okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I wasn't even going to bump him. It was just that visual of, like, him rolling him into the thumbtacks. On top of thumbtacks will sell the narrative of hardcore without having to actually take bumps.
Yeah. Use the promo code. We're going to put you guys over here, Take the Bump, on our own podcast here. You can use the promo code Take the Bump over on powerslam.tv if you want to watch some CZW. Thanks for the heads up. Take the Bump. Appreciate you guys being here as always. A couple more things to get to before we get out tonight. What the fuck is going on with this Sasha and Bailey thing?
What?
Like, are they just going to announce the women's tag team titles at any point? Or are we still just going to have these weird Q&A sessions where they say, you know,
we want to be the first.
What do you say to the online people who say that Sasha is using Bailey?
Shout out to
Raquel.
Raquel.
What the fuck kind of question is that?
One of the people that asked questions. I think she asked the questions where they said they wanted to be women's tag team champion.
Was that the I don't remember. What changes would you bring to
it was just
SmackDown wrestling, Raw wrestling, women's wrestling in the new year?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
Wait, I don't understand, like, the part. Was the Q&A for Alexa or for them? Because Alexa's the fucking overseer, for lack of a better term, general manager of the women's division. So what changes am I going to bring as a wrestler? I'm going to do the same shit. I'm going to show up when they tell me to, and I'm going to wrestle who the fuck they tell me. I'm not bringing shit changes.
I guess
as far as changes, like, but that seemed like a question for Alexa more than them. I just was confused about the whole thing.
It did make a lot of sense. I think the title.
What superpower would you have?
Yeah, that's what superpower would you have? And that was the what was it? Oh, I would be able to make things disappear. So I could make Alexa Bliss disappear.
And then super hot fire.
Fucking stop. Okay, so we don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
Speak Solid has a perfect girl voice.
Thank you very much, Robert. I work on it a lot. So I don't really work on it a lot. Let's move on to, we had Rhino and Heath Slater.
Yeah, I didn't even see that.
In a match to determine which one of them was going to get fired. Heath Slater got to win because he's got kids, and he did.
I got kids. I need
and
this
backstage,
job.
what happens? Baron Corbin hands him a referee's shirt.
I didn't see that coming.
As if to suggest that he will now be here as a referee. So I guess it could be worse for the Revival. They could be fighting each other for one of them to get fired and the other one to become a referee.
So wait,
is that worse?
Wait, Heath Slater won.
Heath Slater won.
So then Rhino now is the referee.
No, Rhino is apparently fired. And so Heath Slater was backstage and was like, cool, I still got my gig, right? And Corbin's like, yeah, you got your gig. Here it is. And he hands him a referee's T-shirt.
Yeah, that's just...
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny and it's a dick move, but, like, if you're Baron Corbin at this point in the story of what the narrative of Baron Corbin, why are you even focusing on little old Slater and Rhino for number one? For number two, you make the company seem like they're going broke and say we only have enough room to keep for one of you guys. Even if you're saying room, there's a bunch of people there, so it's obviously not roster people. It comes off as we only have enough money to pay one of you, so now you make the company look like they're broke. And like nothing about that was great.
Yeah, Corbin just not doing well. Heath will have a match tomorrow on a house show. We'll see. Oh, and here's the thing. Before we get out, let's talk about SmackDown Live tomorrow. Here was something I brought up to Silky. The two things that they're pimping for SmackDown Live tomorrow. May I remind you, this is a wrestling show. Two things that they're pimping for SmackDown Live tomorrow. What will happen for the contract signing between between Charlotte and Becky Lynch and Asuka for the TLC Women's match, and a special edition of Miz TV featuring Daniel Bryan. So the two biggest things that we have to look forward to tomorrow are a contract signing and a talk show. And this is a wrestling show.
Yep. These are the sign of the times.
I don't get it. Yeah, why Slater and Rhino? You could easily have fired Dash.
That is true.
Dawson.
I think Slater and Rhino
Hey,
probably...
welcome, Bizarre One. You're here just in time for us to say goodnight, sons of bitches. No.
I mean, I think Slater and Rhino probably got more wins on the main roster than the
Oh,
Revival.
you can damn sure bet they do. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, first ever SmackDown.
They got
Tag
title
team.
reigns, for God's sake.
Yeah,
What the
so...
fuck are we talking about here?
Yeah, so...
Folks, before we get out tonight, once again, before you leave, going to send this to you one more time because this is a huge deal to us here, and we very much appreciate your support. The Speez and the Benchmark Toy Drive 2018 benefiting the Fort Bend County Women's Center. You got until next Friday. So you got 11 more days to get those toys in. tinyurl.com/SB Toy Drive 2018. And once again, you don't have to pick something from the wish list. You can just go shopping at a local Walmart or Academy or something like that. Just check out our pinned tweet at Speez Benchmark on Twitter. It's got the shipping address there, so you can send us the toys there. It makes a huge difference, guys. I can't tell you how much of a difference it makes. It's something very close to us, and we are very proud to be doing it, and we're very pleased with the participation so far. We hope you guys will continue to support the toy drive. So, Silky Baines, before we say goodnight tonight, go ahead and pimp out your shit. I know you got a couple shows coming up.
Yep. This Saturday, I'll be in Eustis, Texas for NTWA Presents Naughty or Nice. And then
Following weekend,
December 16th, it's the Tugboat Taylor Invitational Tournament here in Katy, Texas.
Check it out. DZWrestling.com is the website, at DZ Wrestling on Twitter. You want to give a shout out to those giving us the super hearts tonight. Thank you guys very much.
Shout out to our boy Anthony, Dr. Huge, and Jeff Cross.
Appreciate you guys.
And probably
as always.
some more people, because with the number of super hearts we have and the number saying they contributed, we're
Periscope acts weird like that sometimes.
Yes.
We can't help it. So it happens. And yes, Bizarre One, you did make the right choice not watching Raw. You just check us out, check out the show, and we'll get you caught up on anything. So, with that being the case, we thank you very much for joining us for the Benchmark Silky Baines.
Yo.
Chris Speezak, Speez and the Benchmark Show. Don't forget about the toy drive. Spread the good word, and we will see you Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central, right here on the Speez and the Benchmark Show. Good night, everybody.